Principle number 9, the principle of the responsibility. Hello, my friend. Hello, fellow human being. Hello, brother. Fellow human being? For sure. You are my fellow human being. But why are you my fellow? You are my fellow because you are next to me, the same as other people who are next to me, just as people are next to you, such as your spouse, children, father, mother, brothers, family, friends, workmates, the baker, the carpenter, the bus driver. All of the people that you find throughout your life are your fellows because they are next to you. A man cannot be an island. A man cannot be isolated, my friend. He cannot live alone. Can you live alone? Very few people can manage it. We need our fellow humans. We need someone next to us. And as I will assume that you still have many years yet to live, you will find along your life many fellows. Then, how to live with our fellows, how to treat them. This information is one of the most important for the well-being of a person. A man that does not get along with his fellow man, if he is an unfortunate man, a man who lives in peace and harmony among men and who gets to know everybody he comes across, is a powerful man, a calm person, a man that can act, and is a free man. The 9th and 10th principles are similar. One has a masculine nature, the other feminine. One positive and the other negative. These have been provided by our superior master, the creator of the cosmos, for us to achieve harmony with our fellow man. These are the 9th and 10th principles for our liberation, and they state as follows. If you harm your fellow man, you will be chained. This is the first part of the 9th principle. Well, you will say, but I do not want to harm anybody. Of course you don't. Nobody wants to consciously harm others. Conscious, being awake and alert, we cannot and do not harm anyone. But when we are not aware or conscious, we certainly can harm others. Remember, the principle says, if you harm your fellow man, you chain yourself. What does this mean? By reason of a sacred and holy law, it means that all causes have their resulting effects. Everything that you do to your fellow man will come back to you multiplied several times over. If you did it right, this will return to you by the law of cause and effect. If you did harm, it will come back to you in multiples. Haven't you noticed this in the past? This is the law of cause and effect, which gives understanding, or light, to this principle of relationships between men. If you harm your fellow man, you will be chained. If you harm others, you will chain yourself. You must be alert to that part in you, the selfish part, which wants everything for itself. You must discover it. There is a selfish entity within us, an entity that has needs, fears, and worries. It wants everything for itself. And when we allow this part to govern us, it can cause us, among other things, to harm others. My friend, life is one. Your life and that of others constitute the same life. What you do to others, you also do to yourself. This is the secret. We are all one. If we keep our attention on our physical senses, and we think that John is John, and I am myself, we are separated from the knowledge that the life in John is the same life which is in me. The only reality in all of this is not the bodies, it is the one life. Give this your serious attention. Our enemy in life is not to be found in others, because others behave towards you as a reflection of the way you behave towards them. If your fellow man thinks badly of you, it is because you, perhaps unknowingly, think badly of him. If somebody harms you, it is because you have harmed that someone. This principle states that a just and infallible law, a cosmic law, there is a side of you which you do not control. In fact, it controls you. Your left side, the selfish side that only thinks about its own needs, only of its comfort and well-being. It does not stop until it accomplishes all it wants. It can and will act selfishly and does not care if it harms others. It is the part of us that will do whatever it feels like doing. It doesn't even recognize there are others. This part of us does not consider the existence of others. They just do not exist. We will start working on ways that we can bring this part under control now that we know it can harm others without the awareness of our healthy part. You, me, or others would not consciously harm anybody. Then what is the reason for the type of relationship between men today? What is the reason for the problems we have with others? Why? Come, let's do some work. Open your notebook and title it, My Strategy to Accomplish Harmony with Others. Write down the names of your father, your mother, your brothers, your spouse, your children, family, friends, workmates, all the names of the people that you see with some frequency. Each person on one page. Then ask yourself this question. Am I disturbing this person in any way? Can it be that knowingly or unknowingly I am harming this person? Do I have good thoughts about him or her? Do I have good thoughts about my spouse? Is my attitude towards them the right one? Once you have made an analysis from these questions, being very objective, impartial, and sincere with yourself, you will start to see the behavior of your selfish side, the side within you which does not respect any law or person. Then your second step is to go to each of these people and ask them to give you a sincere answer as to whether you have harmed them in any way. Here too they will tell you many things about the side of you which you do not know or control. The third step for you to take is to sit and talk with each of these people and tell them about your sincere wish to be in peace and harmony with them. Be sure to tell them that you do not wish to harm them in any way, because you now understand there is a side in us humans, a selfish side, capable of harming others, in which you are now aware of. Tell them of how the one side will hurt someone, then our other conscious side in us has to apologize. How often have you seen this happen? We constantly hurt others because we don't have this inner part under control. These exercises will allow you to see how this part operates. You must observe yourself. You must always be awake and alert. You must realize how the selfish side operates. Then, ask yourself a fourth question. Is what I want to accomplish going to hurt somebody? Are my goals, or what I am working for today, or what I want, going to hurt somebody? Write down your goals to see if they will hurt anyone. Ask yourself these questions over and over, and don't forget, if you do something that will harm another, it will chain you to that person. What is the meaning of "it will chain you"? This means the harm you did will come back to you multiplied many times over. The law of cause and effect will not always act immediately. Today I can harm you. In my return punishment, the harm that I should get back because of it might not come back to me for 20 years. During those 20 years, my friend, my relation with you will not be right. Our relationship will not be peaceful. Our hearts will be filled with hate and vengeance, jealousy, and each time that our magnetic atmospheres come into contact, we will feel a tremendous tension which brings some form of suffering until this matter is resolved. The second part. After your analysis is made, you will most probably realize how much you have been harming others. You will see that you hurt others in thousands of ways, as well as others having done the same to you. The only way to start to solve the situation is to apply this fifth point, which is, forgive all the harm that others have done to you. You can forgive them because you have understood that they did not want to harm you, that there is this same side within them too, this selfish side, the involutive part that they do not have under control. This is why you must forgive all of them. You must go to them, to each one you included in your analysis in which you have harmed, and you must ask them to forgive you. Yes, I know this is difficult, but you must learn to do it. You must do this because once you have asked for forgiveness, your act of acknowledging your guilt, even if it was not conscious, breaks the chains that keep you imprisoned to your past mistakes. Then you must ask for forgiveness from yourself. Do it consciously. You have to forgive yourself for the mistakes you have made in the past. Do it honestly and very sincerely. If you decide to do all of these things, if you conclude to eliminate the selfish side in you, the side that harms others, the violent part in you, the inconsiderate side, then you can forgive your own mistakes and the harm that you have done in the past. When done, erase them from your mind. Then you have to ask the cosmos for forgiveness, forgiveness from the law. You must ask your Creator for forgiveness, to your superior masters, and to your spirit for having included them in your problems. Because when you did not control your selfish side, you included them in the troubles you created. Your involutive experiences were felt by the cosmic forces. You obscured the light, and you are guilty of creating a world of violence, hatred, and prejudice. This principle will help you understand that you are guilty of adding to the filth of our world and to the lack of good relationships between men. These are the main points. If you continue to work with them, and I hope you do, the chains that keep you in darkness will start to break apart. If you don't break them, you will not be able to reach your liberation nor the light. Let's analyze the situation. On one side, we unknowingly harm others, although at times we do it with full awareness, but not often. The side in us that hurts others is a blind side. It is the part that does not love others because it is not aware of them. Hence, it thinks only of itself. This part is not under our control. It is selfish and has been the cause of all the harm we have caused to society, to the world, to others, and to yourself in the past. It is also the part that keeps you apart from others. It is a part that consumes your vital forces, the energy that your Creator provided for the realization of your life plan. Your strategy to control this part is to follow the 5 points mentioned above. But all of this work is difficult. We know it because we went through it too. In the past, we were slaves of our selfishness. We caused harm to others. We hurt and disturbed others for our own benefit. But one day, the light took us to people who were able to dominate the selfishness in them, and we started to work on ours with their help. We came across difficulties, and you most probably will find them too. But if we could do it, so can you. The 9th principle of not harming others and avoid being chained will provide you with methods to reach your liberation. Now then, I repeat, we know it is quite difficult to carry through with what we are asking you to do. Even so, think for a moment. Do you know of a person who does not have any type of problems with others and who never harms anyone? That is a person that is loved by everybody, a harmonized person, balanced. This does not mean that he has to sacrifice his life to the benefit of others. Oh no. This would be asking too much, right? It simply means he is in the correct relationship with others. He is in balance. You must be patient with yourself because this state is reached step by step. Don't think that you will accomplish this overnight. And don't think you'll become the champion of altruism, jumping from one extreme to the other. Start with one person at a time. Now, let's look at the most important part, which is to harm yourself by reason of selfishness. Harm to others chains you, but when you harm yourself, the chaining is even greater. Our selfish part, when identified with our body, will do many things in its favor, even against your emotions, your mind, and your spirit. Sometimes the selfish force identifies itself with your emotions, your desires, hurting your body, your mind, and your spirit. At other times, it works with your mind against the others. It is an energy, a tremendous force with the goal of keeping us grounded in the mud of the earth. You must analyze this. Analyze yourself. How does the selfishness of the body harm my emotions and my mind? The selfishness of the mind, how does it harm my emotions and my body? The exaggerated desire of my emotions, how does it harm my mind and my body? My friend, selfishness, which is the principal cause of antagonism between people and clashes within ourselves, causing our spirit to involute. Our spirit, after much suffering in the superior realms, has finally been able to reach human form. Don't allow the selfishness within, the involuting energy, to drag your spirit to lower realms, to even darker and deeper places. Wake up. Wake up, my friend. This is for your liberation. The liberation from pain and suffering. The liberation of any opposing condition. You will own yourself. You'll be master of your world, appreciated by others. A recognized person because of good judgment for your balance and good relations with others. You will see that your life will be a great deal easier. A person that is dominated by selfishness smells bad. Nobody wants to be near him, while a person free of selfishness is the light of his world. You might say, well, everybody is selfish. Yes, that is the way it is, for it is one of the big lessons that we have to learn in our incarnation in this school called Planet Earth. Perhaps the most important thing to learn in these lessons is that the belief we are separate in titles is untrue. No person is different or better than another. He is part of the whole instead of being a part. But you will not be able to be one with your spirit, with your Creator, with your mind, your emotions, your fellow human beings, with the world, unless you have fully dominated the beast within you called selfishness. This beast has you eating poison every day, and what is worse, giving poison to others, to workmates, spouses, and children. We are joined with them for centuries, yet to come because the law of cause and effect doesn't always have time to work out in one lifetime. Sometimes it takes many lifetimes and is continued to later lives where they can be completed. Can you understand this? Not to be able to free yourself because you still owe something to somebody for a harm you did some 500 years earlier? This is called karma. You now have in your hands the instructions needed to bring your life into balance, including your selfishness, so as to be able to stop creating harm towards other people and life. Be patient and act. May God bless you.